Good morning. It is day 3 with Blown Up for Jesus. As you can see, I'm driving again. So if I drop you, I'm sorry, but I am trying to be somewhat responsible and not completely retarded about driving and holding my phone. Again, this is one of the best times for me to do this because I have to divert my attention so much that I'm not so self-conscious about making a video. Anywho, day 3, it's Sunday. I'll be going to church today with Jesus. And my family, of course. But I'm on my way to the gym. Try to get a workout in. I did not think that the helium in my balloons would dissipate or wear out or whatever so quickly, like less than 12 hours, and they droop and they're deflated. And like Thomas pointed out to me, maybe I need to carry him in my hands, not just to let him float, behind me. And I'm like, but it's so much easier just to let him float behind me. I can still kind of forget he's there a little bit unless somebody says something. He's in my hand. Well, he's in my hand. I'm short one hand every time I go to do something. But again, there's times that we need to be holding on that securely to Jesus. We need to access the power that He freely gives us if we would just reach out and take it and use it. And I'm trying to figure that out because it isn't as easy as saying, hey God, let's turn this bottle of water into wine today. I can believe that till I'm blue in the face. I really don't think He's going to let me turn the bottle of water into wine. So I'll be like, you don't need to do that, sweetheart. That's not a miracle you need to be performing. And he's right. I can go to Brian's liquor store and more liquor and sorry I had to do that, and get a bottle of wine, really good wine too, and he can help me out there, so I don't need to be able to turn a bottle of water into wine. Anywho, some of the things I've learned with him, floating behind me and having him in the actual balloon. You have to hold the door open. There's so many times that on that first day, and even part of the second, that I let the door catch in between me and Jesus, and I literally just slam the door in God's face. There you go. How many times do we do that though when we counter a problem in everyday life? We don't stop and pray about it. We don't give God a second thought on where He is in the situation. We just completely close Him out of it, and we get mad and pissy or sad and mopey or whatever, and we just go downhill at 100 to nothing. I do that all the time. Pros to this thing that I've been doing I have noticed that with having my balloon Jesus, that physical representation with me, I haven't had as much of my anxieties and fears. I have been able to let things go quickly and not dwell on them if I am critiqued in a way. Constructive criticism, we're supposed to be able to handle as being, responsible, mature adults. I don't feel like an adult most days. But things aren't bothering me. I'm not dwelling on things. Things aren't popping up. But I'm also, I have to say, like, I'm so focused, like, almost all of my thoughts have God in them in some way, and I do know that that is different than what it normally is. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't think about God. I feel like I'm seeing Him more. Excuse me. Oh, my pre-workout's kicking in, and it makes me all racy. Anywho, there's always these lots of things that I want to say in my head, and then I turn on this little recorder and I forget them, and I hate that. And I try to keep these things really short because I know people's not going to sit and watch them. And the whole point is I'm trying to get Jesus out there, not myself. But kind of things I want people to understand, I'm hoping to get out, is Jesus is here. Can you see Him? Are you showing Him? You know what? Jesus, He's my superpower. So when I can't do something, He can. And if for some reason it's not happening the way I want it to, you know what? It's happening the way He wants it to, apparently. And so again, I don't need to be afraid. I don't need to be worried. I just need to go with it, because apparently that's what He wants. Like I said, I'm listening to podcast series from Life Church from 2009, One Prayer, part 3. God is able. He says, it's not Craig Rochelle. I'm not quite sure who it is. I don't ever hear the name, but I know it doesn't sound like Craig. Anywho, God is God. He's the one that sets all the parameters. So if He's doing it, then apparently it's fair, and I need to quit hollering that it's not fair. And then secondly, He said something, and it was just hilarious. This is God's universe. God gets to do whatever He wants in His universe, because it's His universe, just like in your house, right? So we may think that we know a better way of how to do it, but we don't have a universe. It's God's universe, not ours. So, I mean, we can think we know all we want, but we don't. Anywho, I really need to get off here. We're going on 8 minutes. It is going on 9:27. I have taking my time away to work out, and I really need to work out. Go with God. He's already with you, but you've got to go with Him. Let Him lead you. Dear God, I give everything to You. All of it. Pray that You use me in every way that You have designed me to be used. I no longer, I don't want to be in charge. I suck at being in charge and making decisions. I want to be a marionette doll. I want You to move me where I need to go. I want You to speak for me. I want Your words to come out. I want everybody to see You. I don't want them to see me. They need You. And if I can help show You or bring them to You in any way, shape, or form, then it's a good day. God, please help me to do this and to be a good mom and to be a good person. Let's be Your servant. God, lead me.
Don't get too caught up trying to force the compass to point where you want it to. It's not busted, it's not broken. It's already pointing where you're needed the entire time.
Show me the way. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.